Good morning, everybody. It is 8 o'clock on Friday morning. And today I'm going to do football picks for this weekend. I thought it's something I should start doing on Fridays or Saturdays. So I'm going to throw it down today. So let's get into it. First, Tennessee versus the Jets. I obviously like Tennessee in this matchup because, well, they're the Jets. And that rookie quarterback for the Jets isn't faring so well. But the Jets haven't put a whole lot around him either. Defense isn't strong. Tannehill's going to torch him for at least 300 yards. If not, McHenry, I believe, is the running back. He'll torch him for 200 yards. So I think through the air and on the ground, they easily beat the Jets. I'm predicting a score of 30-10. Next up is Kansas City at Philly. Now, this is at Philly, and Kansas City isn't playing great football, but neither is Philly. So I've got Kansas City rebounding against Philly in Philly. So a lot of angry fans. These people even booed Santa Claus. Who boos Santa Claus? I don't know much about Philly, but just knowing the matchup, I see Kansas City rebounding and from their loss and coming back and beating Philly. I think the score might be low just because of the way Kansas City's playing. So I'm going to take, let's see here. I'm going to go 21-3. I don't think Philly gets more than a field goal. I could totally be wrong. Haven't been following Philly much. But I'm thinking either 21 or 28-3 or to 7. Maybe Philly gets a touchdown. Next is Giants at Saints. Obviously, the Giants are not playing well. Saints are playing okay football. And plus, the Giants are at New Orleans. So inside for them, I just don't see them getting it done at all. They're another, New York team for football. New York just is not historically awesome, except with Eli Manning. There's been other great Giants teams. You can say more of that than the Jets. I mean, you think, Namath for the Jets, but they both haven't done anything recently. Next up, Cleveland at Minnesota. For anybody out there, I hate the Vikings almost more than life itself. But to be, I'm just trying to be Switzerland here and not, go against the Vikings. But the way I saw Cleveland against the Bears last week, granted, the Bears didn't have max protection that whole game. Justin Fields was sacked 9 times, but I look at it on the other side is that Baker Mayfield is pretty spastic. Their defense is solid, but their offense, they should have scored over 50 points on the Bears. I mean, every drive they had, they should have scored a lot more, but Baker Mayfield also sacked 4 or 5 times by the Bears. Bears putting up a good defense this year, but I see Cleveland winning this by at least a touchdown. I just don't believe Minnesota is going to get it done, especially if Dalvin Cook's not playing. I get that, the kid that's backing up for him, he did really well, but the Seahawks are not the Legion of Boom anymore. Let's just put that out there. Russell Wilson's not happy in Seattle. They've got Metcalf. They've got a shitty defense. Minnesota is just not going to get it done. Yes, they looked flawless against a, half-beaten Seattle team. Seattle needs to figure out what they're going to do. So I've got Cleveland up by a touchdown, so by 7. Don't know the final score. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. But Cleveland's defense is something to watch out for. The Vikings haven't put together such a huge defense this year. They've come and made big stops when they've needed to, but I just don't see them getting it done. Cleveland has the two good running backs, and they got it done last week. So I'm going to give it to Cleveland by a touchdown, and that's actually respecting the Vikings. So to all you Vikings fans, I was actually pretty nice. Excuse me. Next is my game, Detroit at Chicago. Now, Chicago hasn't announced who's going to be quarterback. So we have 3 possible quarterbacks. The thing is that Chicago was working out some quarterbacks this week. And so that, to me, signifies, it's a significant thing because that means Nick Foles is probably on his way out. They won't lose a whole lot of money if Nick Foles takes off. And, good riddance. I'm sick of Nick Foles, pocket passer, can't get out of the pocket, can't roll. He's just a pocket passer. If they have the rookie start, if they have Fields start, I don't know. I mean, Detroit almost beat the Ravens, and the Ravens are a good team. But Jared Goff is very spotty. Has a great arm, but really not that great at accuracy. They have good players on Detroit, but that Chicago defense I see just being too much. And again, being realistic here and not trying to take sides or favorites, but they are my Bears. I've got the Bears up by 3. And I think they're favored. But if Fields starts, I honestly think they have a less of a chance to win. He's an RPO quarterback, but he's not, running. He can't get the runs he wants. Excuse me. He doesn't have time. He doesn't even have 1 second to throw the ball. So unless the Bears use max protection on him, I don't see Fields playing. I think Dalton comes back from the knee injury. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If Fields plays, I think Detroit has a better chance of winning that game. So, I think if Fields plays, it's a 50-50 toss-up. Depending on how, the kid bounces back from being sacked 9 times. He is dealing with a hurt hand. And the only healthy quarterback they have right now is Nick Foles. But I don't know if they put him in or not. I think the fan base would be pretty upset. Let's see, moving on. Houston at Buffalo. Houston has been terrible, and Buffalo's rolling. I have them as a Super Bowl contender this year. It's where my beloved Mitch Trubisky went. And this is a rout by Buffalo. I have them up by 14. So, at least a 2-score game. Washington at Atlanta. I don't know. I haven't been following these two teams a whole lot, so I don't know a lot about them. I really don't know their records, or I didn't do a lot of research on them. Sorry about that. But I'm going to go Atlanta by 3. Arizona and the LA Rams. Obviously, I'm going to take the Rams in this one. Kyler Murray's been doing pretty well for Arizona, but LA has just been crushing people. I mean, their defense, their offense, everything's clicking for them. Matt Stafford got the team that I think he deserved. I know there's probably a lot Matt Stafford haters out there, but he deserved a better team than what he got. And I think he's in the right spot, right coaching, right offense, right defense. He just slid right into that offense and didn't miss a beat. So I have LA up by 2 scores as well, at least by 10. Next, we have Pittsburgh at Green Bay. Pittsburgh has shown me they're not the team that I thought they were. I thought they'd be dominant this year, but people are coming in and getting at least a good performance against Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger's getting old, but on the other side, Aaron Rodgers is getting old, Aaron Rodgers not happy in Green Bay. But they're in Green Bay, and Pittsburgh has shown me that they are not the team that I thought they were, as Denny Green would say. So I've got Green Bay up by 7. Baltimore at Denver. I don't know too much about Denver. I think they've won a game this year, or maybe even 2. I don't know. I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention to them. So this is a quick, easy one. I've got Baltimore up by 3. Next, Tampa Bay at New England. The Tom Brady comeback home. They're at New England. Now, they did just lose to LA, but like I said, I think LA is clicking on all levels right now. But Tom Brady at New England. Does Belichick figure him out? Because Belichick knows all his moves, but he doesn't know how that offense, in an NFC team is, I don't know. Tom Brady's only been gone from New England for 2 years. So I don't know if Belichick figures him out. And Mac Jones hasn't been putting on the best performance as a rookie. I'm going to go Tampa Bay by 7. Even though they're at New England, I think the fans give him a warm welcome. If they don't, that's weird. But I've got Tampa up by 7, even though they're in New England. And last but not least, the Monday night game, Raiders at Chargers. The Raiders aren't doing so bad. And I'm not a huge Derek Carr fan. I think he's still quarterbacking. I don't know a whole lot about them. Haven't been following them as much. But Chargers, on the other side of the ball, the Chargers, I am absolutely in love with Justin Herbert. I think he's the real deal. I think he's exactly what the Chargers needed. He just, he got hurt last year, pretty bad injury, and but he has bounced back pretty well. They're winning games that they should, and I see Herbert, up. I see the Chargers up by 3. Just Justin Herbert getting more comfortable in that offense and getting more comfortable with the fact that he was out most of the season last year, but he has seemed to bounce back pretty well. I'm just in love with his play. I'm in love with his mobility. And when he rolls out, it's something pretty special. He's going to be a pretty special quarterback, I think, in this league. Like I said, I don't watch a whole lot of these teams, but I do, watch my NFL Game Day or NFL Network, so I try to stay, and listen on the radio. I do try to stay up to date. I'm probably all wrong about these picks, and that's totally fine. But so my game that I'm taking the biggest risk on is going to be Detroit at Chicago. Because like I said, Detroit almost, if Justin Tucker doesn't kick that 66-yard field goal, we're talking about a Detroit win. And that's against Baltimore. Did I pick that Baltimore-Denver game? I have Baltimore, I believe it was up by 3 or 7. I have Baltimore in that game. But I don't think Lamar Jackson's the most special player. But my chance game is Detroit at Chicago. That's a very, very 50 game. And like I said, being non-biased here, Bears are my team. But after last week's debacle of 47 total yards offense, 1 passing yard, I just don't know if the Bears can get it done. If they do, it'll be on defense. If Fields plays, defense is really going to have to pull as hard as they can. And they need max protection on Justin Fields if he's going to start. He needs time to roll out. He's got that big arm. Needs to be more accurate. But those are my picks for the week. If you want to leave some comments, go ahead. I'm probably wrong on all these picks. And y'all have a good day.